I hope this angle is okay. I just didn't want to sit inside just because I've been packing and my stuff is just everywhere on the floor. But by the time you see this video, I will most likely be in Bali because I'm going to Bali for a month, and I thought before I went I'm gonna plan out what I read, because I think I'm gonna bring some books while I'm there, because I think the second week of February is contemporary-a-thon, and I want to participate because I always participate. But before we get into the TBR, I thought I would mention the books that I have already read within the year, and also the books that I'm currently reading at the moment that I might finish before I go to Bali. So I thought I'd pile them all in one video. So I completed 2 books in the month of January. Both of them were romances because I am participating in the romanceopoly readathon that's happening all year round. I will leave information to the announcements and all that stuff down in the description bar below if you want to check that out and participate. So the first romance book that I read was The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This is an adult romance about these 2 co-workers that are both interns for like the higher position people, and the reason that they're in the same position is because their companies just recently mixed together, and so they haven't figured out like position roles and all that stuff. And throughout this book there is an opportunity for the both of them to get like a promotion, and so the plot of the story that isn't the romance is to do with that, and to do with their work and their office and their job and all that stuff. The romance follows the hate to love trope that I really enjoy, and I think I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. What I really enjoyed about this book was definitely the writing style. I think for a debut novel I was very much pleasantly surprised about the writing style, because it was so well crafted. And the other thing that I really like is the way the romance is showcased. It's very, I don't want to say slow burn because I don't think that's the right term for what I'm trying to say here, but it feels very careful. It feels very carefully written, and even their romance just feels very intimate. Like even like there are details about small glances and small touches, and I really like that about it. It's something that I rarely see in other books, and just the way the metaphors were used in this book to showcase certain emotions without saying those particular romancy type emotions. Does that make sense? So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I don't think I am as crazy about it as everyone else seems to be. I'm not sure why, but I do recommend this to people who want to get into romance, who just likes romance, contemporary, adult type stuff in general, because it's really good. And the next romance book that I actually read in between reading The Hating Game is Perfect Chemistry by Simone L. Calez. I hope I've said that right. This is a young adult romance. It's again another hate to love trope that I really enjoy. This follows 2 students, what are their names? Brittany and Alex, and they are partnered up in chemistry class. They both kind of run in different circles. It's kind of like Romeo and Juliet, West Side Story type vibe. So if you know those stories, you know what I'm talking about. What I really liked about this book is that both the characters have individual lives. I feel like the author did a really great job in creating separate lives and separate plots for both the characters. So although it is mainly focused on their romance and their trust in each other and how they build on one another, I found it really refreshing to have like a solid plot that only has to do with them individually alongside the romance. Does that makes sense. So yeah, I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Moving on to the 2 books that I am currently reading, I have The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. I can't believe that I hadn't read this book until now. I don't know why we didn't read it in school. I don't know why I didn't read it in university. I don't know why I just didn't read it leisurely in general, but I'm really enjoying this. I thought it was going to be really tough to get through because of the subject matter, but also I thought that it was going to be written kind of I don't know what I was expecting, but I just wasn't expecting to enjoy it so much. I wasn't expecting to breeze through it, because I also just really like this edition because it's so tiny. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I don't have too many thoughts on it. I have been taking notes, not quite as much as I thought I would, but maybe that's because I'm only like 30% in. So yeah, the second book that I'm currently reading is another romance that fits into the romanceopoly board that I'm participating in, and that is Faking It by Cora Carmack. This is a fake relationship trope, and it follows like a good boy and a bad girl, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I can't remember where I'm up to because I lost my place, but I really like the dynamics of the 2 characters. I don't have much thought on it yet, but I do really enjoy their romance, and it's so cute. And I might you know, read this for the contemporary-a-thon again if I am still reading it in 2 weeks time, because I just haven't had a lot of time to read lately just because I've been doing other stuff. But yeah, moving on to my TBR books for the week of Contemporary-a-thon round 4. If you don't know, the Contemporary-a-thon will be held on the 11th to the 17th of February. I will leave information and the announcement videos down in the description bar below, but I'm gonna try and fit all of these books that I bought with me, that I'm bringing with me into the reading challenges. So let's hope we can. So the first challenge is to read my most recent contemporary book purchase, and that for me would have to be This Song Will Save Your Life by Layla Sales. I heard that this is more of a hard-hitting contemporary. It's a coming of age young adult book, and I think it's about this girl who is kind of a loner, and she finds out that she's really into DJing at this like underground club of some kind, and I'm hoping that it has a lot to do with music. The second challenge is to read a book with blurple, blue or purple, on the cover, and I was looking everywhere for a book with those 2 colors on it, but I found one, and it's Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. You can see some of the blue. I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah, there's blue, there's purple, there's blue on the spine. This is great. I'm also planning to bring this with me because I bought this secondhand like a couple of months ago, and I was reading it, and I just got distracted with other books, and so I put it down because I knew that I would love it, because I've been wanting to read it for the longest time. But yeah, hopefully I'll get around to reading it when I'm in Bali. This, I believe, is about a girl who's in her last year of high school, and she's trying to get into like an elite university, and she's really obsessed with this podcast, and so I think there's a podcast element to it, which is what originally drew me in, because I love podcasts. I listen to podcasts all the time, so I'm hoping that this will be a good one, because I am up to here. I just found my bookmark, and I think this has a lot to do with like friendship as well. I'm not sure if there's a romance involved, but I think it's more to do with friendship, which is always really good. Challenge number 3 is to read a diverse contemporary, and for this one I'm gonna go with Radio Silence again, because the main character is mixed race, I think. Challenge number 4, read a dark or emotional or hard-hitting contemporary. I could also use This Song Will Save Your Life for this challenge because I hear that it is more hard-hitting and emotional. Challenge number 5, read a contemporary that you meant to read in 2018 but didn't. Again, Radio Silence could fit this because I've been meaning to read this since I bought it, which was last year. Challenge number 6 is to read a contemporary in a non-traditional format. So I am bringing the paperback of Radio Silence, but I also have the audiobook that I saved from my Scribd app. But if I don't plan on listening to this on audio and I want to pick something else up, I have a couple of Courtney Summers audiobooks saved on my Scribd app as well, so I could probably pick one of those up because they're contemporary. And the last challenge is to read a contemporary with some sort of picture on the spine. So I have 2 books that I thought would have pictures on the spine, but they don't. But the 2 other books that I'm bringing with me to Bali is Faking It by Cora Carmack, because I think I'm just gonna read this on the plane or something because it's just really light and I'm really enjoying it so far. And also I bought another romance book because I don't want to ever run out of romance to read. This is Until Friday Night by Abby Glines. I've heard so many great things about this book from people that love romance, and I think it's a sports romance. Now, I don't usually like sports romance. I don't watch a lot of sports like drama, you know, like Friday Night Lights and One Tree Hill. I started watching, I got bored, and I think the OC is sports, I can't remember. But I did just start watching All American, which is the new CW show, and I'm really enjoying that so far. It's a drama, but it also has a lot of football in it, which I know nothing about, but I just started getting into it, and I think this has like an element of football in it as well, because I think the male character in this is a football player and the girl is a new person that comes into town or something, and they both fall in love, I'm hoping. So yeah, so these are the books that I'm bringing to Bali with me. And that's all I have to say. Let me know if you're participating in Romanceopoly or contemporary-a-thon down below, because I do want to follow more people on YouTube and on like Instagram and Twitter and stuff that are doing these readathons, just so I can, you know, discuss the books with me, because I'm in this romance kick at the moment and I just want to like talk about romance with everyone. So yeah, let me know, and you will see me in another video soon. Hey Ash! Ash! Ashley! Ash! Yeah? Can you turn it down for a sec? I'm almost done filming. Okay. Thanks.